So far for our step stool project, we have gone over the pocket holes, we've gone over the dados and the rabbet for this piece, but we haven't gone over how to cut this geometry. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you on this scrap piece here. So what I do have on the inside is I do have my dados and rabbets. Obviously I'm missing my pocket holes, and a 3/4 by 3/4 piece of wood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in my dado, all right, and that's going to allow me to hold my workpiece as I'm cutting. So what I'm going to end up doing on the bandsaw is I can cut both the radius on the bottom and this design on the front at the same time, yielding two perfectly good cuts. All right. What I am going to do in addition is I'm going to nail it together right here at the top corner. So that it doesn't move on me as I'm cutting. So the piece of wood is designed to prevent it from pivoting, and this is designed to make sure that as I cut this, it doesn't shift from left to right on me. All right. So again, we're going to go to the bandsaw now, and we're going to cut the bottom half and the top half using our relief cuts. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to draw how many relief cuts I want. So I'm going to do about 16 to 20 or so on the bottom here. Just for practice. And then over here, I want to put the emphasis right here on this radius. So I'm going to do about 10. Now, obviously there's these two pieces of metal here. All right, so I don't want to hit these two pieces of metal. So I'm back here at my bandsaw. I'm ready to cut my radius on the bottom and my geometry on the top. First thing I notice, I need to reset the blade guard so that both pieces can fit underneath. So what I'm going to do is raise my blade guard so I'm about 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch above my actual workpiece. Once I got it set, I'll lock it in. Now I'm actually going to zoom in for this part, because what I'm going to focus on is cutting all those relief cuts and showing you the correct techniques on that. So let me just zoom in on that quickly. Down here. Zoom in. All right. So what I want you to pay attention to is where my hands are and how I approach the cut. So when I cut straight, I can draw rearward with that cut. So I'm going to do one right here, two, all right, and now I'm ready to cut the arch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to connect each relief cut so it pops off at the same time. Now I'm going to reach behind because I can't complete that cut. And there we go. So now we're going to start working on the top. Now, I don't need to make a relief cut for, let me zoom out for that. I don't need to make a relief cut for the top half here, because again, I have two nails here. I don't want to hit those. What I am going to do is I'm going to do my 10 relief cuts here. And again, I like going downhill when I cut. All right, it's a lot harder to go uphill this cut. It just, again, I like to take the large radius first and then work my way down to the bottom radius. So let's see how that looks. So actually, first off, I'm also going to clean off my table of all parts so that nothing gets stuck during the operation. So let's zoom on in. So actually, the camera stopped recording midway as I was doing this cut. So what I did was, to cut downhill, I went like this, and I slowly rotated my hands. Now, see again, my hand's not going to be directly in line, as long as when I rotate for the back radius, I rotate away and push away. So what that looks like again, so again, I start at the top at an angle, follow it down. So I'm going to pull with this hand and push with this hand, cut down, down, down. Right at the bottom radius, I'm going to stop here, rotate, and then slowly push forward until I can come straight out the back side. All right, so I'm sorry they didn't show it with power. I just had some camera problems. But again, don't worry about the blade marks on this, because what we're going to do is we're going to sand it on a spindle sander or a horizontal belt sander. At my shop, I have spindle rasps and rotary rasps that I can use to cut this stuff, or I can do it with a rasp or a hand sander and do it by hand. All right, so that is your two side pieces on the bandsaw.